The first and easiest adjustment is being the people that give the right kind of feedback for that moment, being very specific in what's off. The flip side of that is being the player that can accept that type of feedback without deflecting, without side shifting it, or without defending it.
Realizing that that feedback is a form of actual care and concern and not criticism. You're gonna have a more efficient progression of a case, more feedback from clients that is positive, that is referring, all of those things. Everything gets better when alignment occurs. Hey everybody, Todd Burnham here with Phil McCarthy for Athletes at Law. Today we are going to talk about the importance of alignment.
Yeah, alignment's a fun one. We had a coach in college. He used to yell out, "Run something we recognize," whenever we got out of sync on a field.
Yeah, that was Uric, right?
Yeah, that was Zurich.
So, the thing about alignment is this. Another sports angle is you're rowing, right? You're rowing crew. And you can tell the alignment, everyone is together. You can tell in an orchestra, the drummer is in sync. He's keeping tunes with everything. He's keeping the note, but you also know when people are out of tune, right? When that one guitar doesn't really hit, right? When that one rower is just a second or a moment off, right? That's not alignment. And then it requires that we all, stop and fix, right?
Or that rowing is going to lead to not moving at our fastest pace, right? So we can wait for an outcome of a game right?
Yep.
And find out the scoreboard hits as a loss.
Yeah.
And then adjust afterwards. Or during play, can we make these adjustments too? So there's fast fixing. There's always the reflection fixing. In lacrosse, we face that like we'd see film. So we would either see film, we would see film in two ways. One, to scout a new team we're going to see next week.
Yep.
Two, to scout what we did and could improve upon in last week's game.
Well, and that really talks about even the, alignment, everybody wanting to do that, right?
Yes.
I mean, if everybody watches film, or how about the one person that doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Or how about the one, even a player, right? Everyone knows this player, that hero player. We've had, a few. And I remember playing with one person that I knew that if I didn't pass that dude the ball, but we still scored, he wouldn't celebrate. He'd be thinking about his stats, right? That's not alignment, right? My daughter talks about wanting to score more. She's a natural feeder, right? The team needs that, and that's a skill set. That's a perfect alignment, right?
Yeah.
Then if she wants to become more, then she says, okay, what can I do to do more, right?
Yeah.
Like we talked about that last episode about communicating. So that's how I see it in sports.
Yeah, so some of the things they put in place to help us with alignment would be we really communicate what our offense is going to be for the next game off of the film that we've looked at.
Yep, that everyone watched.
Right. We practice it all week so we get reps in it so that we're comfortable with it, we understand it, we know it.
Yep.
We have some plays off of that where if coach yells out blue, 6 people are in sync on what is going to happen next or what your options are inside of that blue play, inside of the plan for the offense against a particular team, right?
Yeah.
And then inside of that, there's players who were put on this team and fit this culture because they pay attention to what their delivery is on those two things, on the offense, on the plays, right? And maintaining the pace and speed at which we play. So that's what you get.
Yeah.
So when your offense is humming and the plays are working and the people are two-manning off of each other and they really almost they're like reading each other's minds on what comes next.
So pretty.
The offense opens up and you end up tilting success your way.
The same thing can be said when you have alignment with your client. The client is aligned with the legal team for whatever case that you have, and the firm behind it is aligned in the vision for what, the vision for the case is going to be, because that's always the vision for the entire firm, right?
Yeah.
So it all works. And if the client isn't aligned with the strategy, how effective is that? Right? There's going to be distrust and all of these other things that even with communication, if you don't share that alignment, then that's inefficient and it's dysfunctional.
So inside of that misalignment right there, inside of the rower that's off a beat, and inside of an offensive player that's not in sync with the offense, they grab the ball, break the play, and just take it to the goal themselves, right? Running through 2, 3, 4 people, depending on what happens, as we all try to figure out what's happening.
What is that doing?
The adjustment to this, the first and easiest adjustment, this could fall under how do we get a rep on this, is being the people that give the right kind of feedback for that moment, being very specific in what's off.
Yeah.
The flip side of that is being the player that can accept that type of feedback without deflecting, without side shifting it or without defending it.
Realizing that that feedback is a form of actual care and concern and not criticism.
That's right.
Right.
And it isn't angled at you. It's angled at getting the team back to where it expects to be, because that's what we deliver when we step on a field or into our work environments.
Yeah. I mean, that's really good. And the beauty of this that I love the most is that when you have alignment, what gets better when this gets better?
Yeah.
Speed. Everything goes
Speed
faster.
and the fast fix.
Yeah.
So in other
Everything.
words, I
Boom,
might
boom,
misstep
boom.
and then a fast fix. Run something we recognize. Snap back in. We're there.
Yeah.
In transition, someone might yell, simple, means slow it down, do the things we know.
Yeah.
We don't need anybody to rush this field right now.
In the legal realm, alignment, you're going to have speed, you're going to have effective communications, you're going to have lower bills for clients because you're not going to have the friction. You're not going to have the fixes that need to be addressed in a deep level because there's distrust, there's lack of communication, there's lack of, coherent strategy, all of those things. So you're going to have a more efficient progression of a case, right?
Yeah.
More feedback from clients that is positive, that is, referring, all of those things. Everything gets better when alignment occurs.
That's it. And it takes focus.
Yeah.
Right? So again, another rep you can get is, hey, make sure you're always focused on what's needed and what the plan is. So once we agree on it, we deliver it. I remember as a coach, I used to say to players, sometimes they'd space out and I'd have to say things to them multiple times. And I'd said, hey, you know what the difference between being good and being great is? Great players hear it once and use it 10 times. Good players need to hear it 10 times and they get to use it once. That accelerated ability really sets teams, cultures, and people apart.
That's good.
Right.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. So again, what gets better when this gets better? You know what's expected. Teams move in sync. Wins come your way. And you've all felt this at work. You've had momentum when things are behind you, when things just keep happening to go your way, right? It's because you're in sync. You're doing the things that they're asked of you. You're checking in to clarify when you're unsure what's next. And things just seem to feel like momentum. Like you got a new logo, right, as a client, and all of a sudden another new client comes, and then another new client comes because your systems are working, right?
Yeah. And if you are in alignment and if you're in sync, it can't help but improve or increase the breadth of the culture, the environment, the
proves
vibe.
It proves it out, right?
Yeah, it
The
does.
environment gets proven out.
It
and
really
it's
does.
like playing in a winning season is different than playing in a broken season, right?
Well, and when there's alignment, you have everybody knows their role, right? You don't need everybody to be the person that's going to, shoot the ball or the person that's going to help it practice. Like everyone knows what their role is and they're all trying to get better to take the next step. And I think that's what we want to do in an environment as well, where there's alignment. You as an attorney or a service provider, you're going to be in an environment that you're going to be raised because everyone around you is feeling that vibe. And it's real.
And as a coach, if that's what you get, or as a leader in a firm, here's what you owe.
Yeah.
You owe acknowledgement back to the players on what they're doing.
Right.
So if they're going to be asked to not care whose play it was,
Yeah.
then it's our job as leaders and peers to acknowledge who's doing what, so everyone kind of feels the energy around the plays they're making.
Yeah, everyone's involved. Like your role is this, do this, right?
Yep.
You do this. Like not everyone's Billy Miller.
That way that is a fact.
Yeah.
That way they were not starved for trying to find the energy our way, and then we end up breaking what it was we set out to put together.
Good stuff, man.
Yep.
All right.